Alright everybody, welcome back. This is episode 7 of the Bladesong Dynasty. This is our recurring role-playing dynasty that we play in King of the Castle every week. This is episode 7 as I said, and we're going to be playing this for about 12 to 13 episodes, so we're roughly halfway through the dynasty. This is a recurring dynasty that focuses on role-playing and world-building, lore-building. The community is incredibly active over Discord at role-playing, and I'm trying to incorporate what y'all have been doing in Discord and the things that I do, the few things that I prepare for this stream too. For instance, the motto for tonight, as you may see from the stream title. Yeah, so this dynasty, if this is your first time here, there is a link pinned in chat that brings you straight to the basic information about this dynasty. The way this works is I create some... the way these dynasties work, not only this one, is that I create some cultural background info, some social and cultural situation that is a little bit different than what a normal game of King of the Castle would be at the start. And then we go from there, exploring different themes at every dynasty. So for instance, we've had a dynasty revolving around religious themes and how different religions can be perceived within the same kingdom, religious tolerance and all that. Then we had a dynasty about raw strength and how to use it and how to show it. And then we had a dynasty about maintaining balance and compromises and marital commitments and succession and all and so on and so forth. And this is a dynasty about nobles. In this dynasty, what the monarchs do is just a backdrop for really what nobles do outside of games. There is a very high prominence of the 3 regional competitions, being arena fighting in the coast, jousting in the marge, and dueling in the south. And they act like a sort of an additional justice system, right? An unofficial justice system that is tolerated, though. So nobles are more independent. They're encouraged to solve their issues among themselves by using one of these competitions, like recently happened between 2 nobles, Howitzer and Kane, 2 big houses that we had on Discord. And yeah, so it all revolves around what the nobles do, the tournaments they win, the competitions they win, and the songs that they get people to write about them, and the undying glory that they can win with those deeds. This is what we're doing tonight. But since it's episode 7, you may ask me what happened in the previous 6 reigns. Well, I don't have a summary for all 6 reigns because otherwise we're going to be here for several hours. But I have a quick summary from last reign, just to give you a quick primer and an idea of where we are, so that you can start role-playing too. This is provided, as always, by our amazing mod, That Which Lurks. Let me tell you what happened previously in the Bladesong Dynasty. In the reign of Gloria II the Reformed, who reigned from year 1035 to year 1053. Gloria I's failed crusade had ravaged the kingdom. Her child wished to bring it back from the ashes somehow. Unlike the tyrant, they were shy and awkward, with a soft spot for animals. Still, they inherited the hate directed at their mother. Terrified of upsetting the nobles further, they once kept a man jailed just to please a grandee. Southern plotters argued that they needed to be excommunicated before turning like their mother, and many agreed. More often, however, Gloria called for unity and spared no expense to appease their subjects. Equally unable to raise taxes or refuse spending, they brought the realm to near bankruptcy twice, contracting a huge debt with the Kurth Bank, Solvent, and Gaul. To avenge losses suffered under Gloria I's war, a corps of barons rallied against Gloria II. They found the nobles divided. Many had forgiven the sympathetic monarch for their mother's acts, and were as invested as them in rebuilding. A harsh winter came before the traders could recruit a full army, but they were sure their time would come. The commoners were unswayed by Gloria's stammering speeches, and the burning of Tolivin during the Night of the Seven Pyres was blamed on the monarch. But Gloria changed. They had long been suffering the bloody dreams of a werebore, setting aside barely enough coin to pay for help. Yet when they fought the spirit haunting them, they felt calm. A beast was little compared to their mother's bouts of paranoia. They could endure both, and so much more. People flocked to the newly confident monarch. The council recognized their worth, and the troops of the rebellious lords refused to fight. Gloria II, the Reformed, presided over the realm's prosperous recovery. It was said Solvin and Gold's agents watched over the kingdom, protecting its investment, until the time would come to claim its due. Trouble would eventually return, but for a reign, Gloria and the kingdom were at peace. And this is what happened previously, last time in the Bladesong Dynasty. Please give a big round of applause for Lorx for providing this awesome, compact summary. Thank you so much for getting us back into the flow of role-playing. Thank you so much, Lurks, as always. Thank you. These are so freaking useful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. No, hearts to you. Hearts to you, buddy. It says GG, but it's a clap. Alrighty. It is a clap. Alright. Let us begin, just like every time, with a coronation here. It's not really a treaty. Your Majesty, it was an honor to serve your parent, but now it's your time to wear the crown. As is tradition, the council will decide what happens at your coronation. Yeah, let's get this over with. Let us call the nobles in. Dear nobles of the council, let's see what we can do here. We are not in the position where we can spend money, so I'm going to forbid that. I think we should go either with tradition or with the religious ceremony. The choice should go to you, but I think it's pretty clear that we should get something more traditional, right? Can we have option D? I don't know. We can have both B or C, I should say. Oh, wow. Why are the nobles voting for D? Yeah, the kingdom is in very severe debt. Alexa, Skeletal Recondition, Simple Coffee, Maiko, Sparse Corruption, Dragon Pete, I see you. Welcome back, everybody. This is incredibly close. Oh my god. 8 to 8, 9 to 8, 9 to 9 to 7. Wow. Wow. 10 to 9 to 7. We have no time, we need to earn money. I assume the nobles think this will save money. Ah, okay. 10 to 10 to 7. I'm gonna be counting down from 5. This is a tie. If you have not voted, this is the moment to do it. 6 nobles have not voted. If you vote now, you might break the tie. Counting down from 5. Yeah, go grab that toilet, Marley. 4, 3, 11 to 10. Somebody broke the tie. 2, 12 to 10. 1 and 0. 12 to 11 in the end. Very, very close. Yeah, this is a very interesting start already. I agree. Alright. Proceed with a religious ceremony that honors the 9th god. This probably has some reference to Kalimago the Third, the Saint. You know? I have the impression that there would be something like that. In the hallowed halls of St. Bertrand's Cathedral, the Archbishop places the crown upon your head before launching into sermon. And that is why Gloria III is the king, ordained by divine right, chosen by the 9th god and elevated above all. If the assembled nobles were plotting against you, perhaps the threat of eternal damnation has given them second thought. Probably not. Yeah, that's it, Swede. 1 out of 7 river rate? Wow. One in 7, that's insane. Let's introduce ourselves to the council, right? Chancellor Oswin, hello. Patricians! Who did the patrician send? Nix. It is an honor to meet you, Nix Veilheart. A pleasure, your esteemed highness. I hope to see our kingdom prosper and grow wealthy under your reign. Me too. Me too. Grandies. Who are the Grandies sending? Mystery Dragon, of course! Is it Alaric the Mystera? The winner, none other than the winner of the King of Duelists tournament. I wish I could fight like you. Grandi de Mystera. I am honored. May the ninth God bless your reign, your holiness. I trust you will conduct yourself with honor and faith. Alaric, fantastic. Alaric. Grandi Alaric, this is an honor. This is an honor. As a duelist myself, I wish I was as good as you. And we have Simple Coffee, who's been showing up every freaking time. Hail and well met, your highness. Under your leadership, we'll whip this kingdom into shape, huh? And with that, the introductions are done. Shadow, welcome back and thank you for joining. The council immediately fills with raised voices as the nobles argue, is this what your parent fought so hard for? Yes, it is. And now we have the path to victory. Yeah, you gotta get your cameo, exactly. Yeah, we might replace the Archbishop. We'll see, we'll see. Where's the King's crown? I don't know, probably don't need it. Who am I? You are a patrician. There you go. And you will forever be in this dynasty. It's Spymaster Ismay, your majesty, you have some big boots to fill, and with your parent out of the picture, the nobles will be looking for any opportunity to replace you. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? So, right? It's insane, Bon. Have a great idea? Tell us, tell us. So, let me tell you something we know about Gloria the Third. So, Gloria the Third's words are a very clear poke at all the Magnolia talk that goes around in the kingdom. And his words are thorns, not flowers. He's a fanboy. The crown is gone because when Gloria II stole the crown jewels, the crown went with it. That's a good explanation. Yeah. Thorns, not flowers. To assert the fact that this lineage has the potential to be much more useful than the previous one, right? What are flowers but pretty things that serve no purpose? Whereas thorns are what defends a plant, right? Flowers are just something to show off. But yeah, exactly, Amy. But thorns actually have a function. A plant without thorns is vulnerable. A plant without flowers, they'll grow some. They'll grow some. Yeah, taking the Gloria name back to its roots, exactly. Good to see you too, Alexa. Gloria the Third doesn't understand the actual purpose of flowers. Yeah, exactly. He's not a botanist. But you get the meaning, right? Yeah, they are pretty damn important. But not in Gloria the Third's mind. Yeah, good point, Swede. Good point. So, what we know about Gloria the Third is that growing up, he was a rambunctious child. He was an unruly adolescent, and he always was too much for Gloria II. Yeah, definitely. Somebody who had so much energy and will to do that he could hardly be contained by his parent. You know, whereas Gloria II was very passive and very uncertain, Gloria III was super bullied by their kid. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Yeah, he was super demanding as a kid. And I think that Gloria III is a very energetic individual and has a very, very clear idea in mind of what is the best thing for the kingdom right now. Yeah, and is my child, right? Right, Lurks? You know, from a strategizing point of view, Shadow, yes, Saint would be the best. But we don't strategize here, we're roleplay, and we try to have fun. Yeah, if the 9th wills it, exactly. We need to fix that farming, right? Right, that's part of it, yeah. Yeah, this is a roleplay dynasty. Heavy roleplay. Unveil the crusade? That's not how I would put it. The thing is pretty simple, my dear nobles. We need to do everything in our power to reclaim our lands. It's not about conquering Ashmead. It's not about starting a crusade. But some of the kingdom's land is in control of Ashmead due to a failed war. We need to take that back. We need to take that land back. And we need to do everything in our power to put the kingdom in a position in which that is possible. They just had that land for like 30 years. That's too much. 30 days is too much in Gloria III's mind. Never been more on side with a war in my life. That is all we're saying. There's not going to be, like, the idea is not going in an overreaching conquest. It's not trying to be, you know, to destroy the Ashmedean Empire. We need our land back because it's a stain on our honor. That's what we need to do. A warrior king is sure to be remembered fondly if he wins more battles than he loses. I suggest over the next few years you focus on improving the kingdom's overall military as much as possible. Let's go. With the debt cleared, right? Yeah, let's think about that in a second. History could indeed repeat itself. Hello, King Israel. Yeah, exactly, Bomb Viewer. Yeah, exactly, Dragon Beast. So long as we get the land back, everything else is simply a bonus. If you plan to take back the kingdom's lands, then we'll do what we can to bring those lands back to life. That's what we need to do. Yeah, we permanently lost a bit of land from Gloria's War. Yeah. I love it when honor means threatening military actions you can't back up. I'm glad you picked up on it, Amy. King Israel, welcome and thank you for joining. Here you are. You look sad. You don't like this war stuff. Yeah, that's by the way, Shadow, that's what Kane said is real. In this dynasty, having the most money is seen as dishonorable, and nobles are mocked for it. Spending money is what gets praised, exactly. So if you spend money on buildings in auctions, that's actually considered very, very honorable. and it gets you prestige. So your house might become prestigious enough that you know, you weigh much more in decisions in events. Vaspier, you're missing something. We're not planning a war with the debt. We're doing a war with the debt. That's much different. Yeah, Gloria the Second was very, very honorable in that regard. Yeah, Shadow. As long as you spend it, right? Like I mentioned this in the background info. In this setup, the patricians, if they get money, they don't want to get money just to have more money. They want to get money to spend it on the arena, for instance, right? To spend it on something else. So they get money in order to spend it. So they don't get money just to accumulate it. Oh, we could do that, Morgan, absolutely. Oh, no, this is episode 7, Shadow. There are people with thousands of gold. Alright. Somebody reading something. Steel, wanted to know how much money he has. Steel, you have 4,500. 4,500. Lurks, you better spend that money. Alright, let's end the season here. Let's get some scheming going. Tabeka of the Howitzer bloodline, well-known marcher general, stands before Blazing Hearth yelling at full volume. Who is this Howitzer? Whenever the Barons of the March back down from a fight, never. I know you'll do whatever it takes to put me, your rightful queen, on the throne. Barons of the March, what do you want to do here? Do you want to use subterfuge, trying to lower stability? Do you want to start an uprising, trying to raise the treasury? Or do you want to modernize the army, trying to lower other people's military? This is an interesting one. Are Barons Scottish? They're more like Slavic, Polish. Anybody who can see is a traitor? Because they want to lower other people's military, right? But yeah, it also means modernizing the army, so that kind of makes sense, right? In the context of reclaiming land. I don't know. I think it can be contextualized as modernizing the army in order to be more effective in the Reconquista. Yep. All right. Modernization it is. Let's go. Let's go. The Barons plan to modernize the kingdom's army in such a way that it's totally under their control. First, they must prove the military is in need of reform. It is. To advance their scheme, the Barons must lower the other region's military to a combined total of 10 or less in 4 seasons. I mean, the military is in need of modernization, right? Jacinta of the Katori Blueberry lineage, charismatic political mastermind, stands bathed in sunshine, droning on as in a daze. A false pretender occupies the throne while my claim is ignored. Grandees of the South, this is a stain on our honor. We must not allow it to go unanswered. Jacinta Blueberry. Yeah, she's very pretty. Dear Grandees, what do you want to do? Do you want to use sorcery and ask for the help of a wizard and trying to raise authority? Do you want to incite fervor and raise your own farming? Or do you want to excommunicate King Gloria III and lower stability? What do you want to do here? Yeah, this is Jacinta 2.0. People in this game are so pretty. Yeah, this game and Hades are like, why do you do this to me? Improbable Kate, hello, welcome back. So it's 4-2 right now. If there are other Grandees who have not voted, this is the time. This can still be tied. I'm going to be counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. I thought I pronounced Zacintha, but you pronounce it way better. I don't know. Thank you. I just go with what feels right. I don't know. I think there is more than one way to pronounce this. I just go with what feels right. But I like the idea that other streamers pronounce it differently. All right. Grandy relative is Blueberry Katori. Fervor it is. The grinding claimant Jacinta has been chosen by the Ninth God to be the next queen. She has promised the first miracle, food for all. To advance their scheme, the grinders must raise their farming to 5 or more in 4 seasons. Excommunicate. Lurks, you're a genius. Oh, there you go, Maurice. Of the Outwich Lurks family, notorious former pirate. Of course, with all that money unspent. Of course you're a family of pirates. Now it's all clear. Scribbles with a well-used quill and a hard desk, muttering in frustration. Fellow patricians of the coast, my claim to the throne is far more legitimate than that of King Gloria III. Something must be done. I mean, if you don't spend your money, that's the kind of rumors that are gonna start circulating, you know? Patricians of the coast, what do you want to do? Do you want to help your pirate claimant? Do you want to intimidate the king, trying to raise stability? Do you want to start a conspiracy, trying to lower treasury? Or do you want, just like sparse corruption, to spread corruption and lower authority? Sparse corruption, always so ready. Yeah, exactly, Kenneth. That's where it comes from. Yeah, you were first this time around. Alright, looks like it's gonna be corruption. Yeah, 2 to 6. Looks pretty decided to me. I'm gonna count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boop. Let's go. The patricians plan to turn the throne into a commodity that can be bought and sold at will. First, they must ensure that the rule of law is crumbling. To advance their scheme, the patricians must lower authority to 4 or less in 3 seasons. Hell yeah. Oh my god. So we have a questionable claimant, an ambitious vassal, and a bastard offshoot. The only related one is the bastard offshoot. Oh my god. So if any of the other 2 win, this lineage is officially over. What is a vassal? Is a lesser noble that swears fealty to you. They swear to serve you in exchange for protection and some rights, usually. Good point, Amy, good point. Alright. Let's go. Oh. This is pretty clear. We are gambling hard. And no question about that. Maurice was patrician, right? In that case, it was Lurks. That which Lurks. Oh, shit. Very first event. Oh my god, thank you, Justin Tournament. Thank you so much. Well, well... well... At least it's not golden event? What do you mean? Oh, okay. The golden, yeah. So, we just became... I think it makes sense that we just became king, and the first thing that happens is debt collection, right? Greetings, Your Majesty. I am here on behalf of Salvington Gull to collect what we are owed. Honor guard first? Might be too late. Can I die from this? No, right? Oh, that would make a lot of sense. Let's say that the new marshal hasn't arrived yet. Let's put it that way. Wait, what? Your parent took out a loan. Oh! And the debt has passed down to you. You owe us a grand total of 3,750 gold. And what if I don't pay? The Republic of Kurth guarantees all our loans to foreign states. If you fail to pay your debt, you will be the subject of aggressive trade sanctions and, eventually, war. I can't pay. It does not pay to defy Solving the Gaul, Your Majesty. Wait, what? What? I thought he would offer me some options here. Oh shit! Does not pay to defy Solving and Gaul. Yeah, I thought that saying I can't pay meant that he would go, "Are you sure, Your Majesty?" Fuck. Does not pay to defy Solving and Gaul, Your Majesty. We will return to the Republic of Kurth and inform the Grand Pensionary that you are refusing to pay your debts. Well, I wanted to select extend the payment, but I thought that selecting that option would give me the opportunity to do it afterwards. Well, yo, I don't know how events work. Shadow, you should refresh because you're probably like 3 minutes behind. Well, this is it. This is it. I didn't know. Oh, come on, everybody. Alright, you wanted it. There you go. Now, try to rebel now. Try to rebel now, huh? Try to rebel now. Do it. Do it. Vaspir, don't. Vaspir, don't. Vaspir, don't give them that. Don't give them the example. Alright, enough. Enough. Let's get an honor guard now, because we're probably gonna need one. Ronald! Hello, Remaj. Yeah, you know, Darth Vanum, that's how you can RP, yeah. Or that there was a diplomatic misunderstanding, you know? I think that the better explanation for this is that Gloria III is not a great diplomat, and he thought that he would, you know, he probably said something that ended the conversation abruptly, and he didn't think that it would happen, you know? Still young, very first thing to happen in his reign. So I think he did a diplomatic mess up, and he gave a message that he didn't intend to give. Hey Jen, welcome back and thank you for joining. Yeah, something like that, kinda. But involuntarily, right? Yeah, what Amy said too. Yeah, right, sweet, yeah. I don't know what bluster means, Morgan. Yeah, not a good diplomat and accidentally said something that was interpreted as we are not paying. Exactly. Yeah, that's my headcanon. Let's see what Ronald is saying here. Just came by to let you know, your parent never returned their copy of The Amazing Madeleine and Her Educated Ferrets. If it doesn't find its way back soon, I might have to fine you, huh? Fuck! Even the troll is fining me. No! God damn it. God damn it. Sorry, who are you? Why, I'm Ronald, of course. Silly me, where are my manners? I was your parents' librarian, though I guess we were never properly introduced, were we? Yeah, that's exactly the kind of books Gloria II would love, you're right. Yeah. I think that Ronald here has been a little silly. Actually, would you do something else for me? Oh, what did you have in mind? Can you be the head of my city watch, please? God, I kind of like the idea of having him as a cook. Yeah, do you want to be my cook? Yeah, let him cook, right? Sure, why not? I think I can give it a try. It was an honor to serve your parent. You know, I hope you're as happy with me as they were. Yeah, let him cook. Your Majesty, what unstelly stuff is going on in here? There are no guards outside your door. Look at these. Hello, Marshal Velda. We have a new marshal here. I don't know if you noticed, but yeah. Ronald the Many Talented, yeah. What was the previous marshal's name? First one was Leonine, the second one I don't remember. Yeah, new marshal just dropped. Marshal Velda, who's that? That's the new marshal. You know, the previous marshal... Gerwin, right. Thank you, Morgrim. Marshal Gerwin was a dear friend of my grandmother. But wasn't as good a strategist, a general. You know, they were a better friend than a good... Like, they were better at being a friend than at being a general. So, we had to get someone new, someone better to lead the war effort. Marshal number 3, this is. Oh, I did wonder about that. I was just leaving in any case. By the night, the Palace Watch were incompetent fools. What if a less friendly troll had gotten in here? The door was practically open. You need an honor guard, Your Majesty. So... Oh, give me a second here, sorry. Okay. So... Coastal Gladiators, Southern Nuns, Veterans of the March. You know what? I can see good reasons for all three. Because nuns are a way to get continuity with the holiness of the kingdom. Coastal Gladiators are probably the ones who've had to deal with Kurthian spies and mercenaries more often than others, and I can expect some attempted assassination or something like that from Kurth. And the veterans would be the ones who are truly loyal, due to the fact that there probably are veterans from the Crusade. Did Gloria III sack Gerwin himself? Oh yes. No. Gloria III sacked Gerwin. Yeah. Yeah, this was Gloria III's decision to get a new marshal. I think the ones that convinced me less are the nuns. I think it's either the gladiators or the veterans. I think it might be the gladiators, you know? Because I think that Gloria III right now is a little bit shaken by what just happened with Kurth. Yeah, and would rather have somebody who can detect a Kurthian infiltrate, like a spy, right? Yeah. Let's go with that. Yeah. Yeah. Would they be loyal after they were led to failure? Some of them would, because they want to a rematch, right? Exactly, Kane. Yes. The gladiators arrive a few weeks later. The men are bare-chested and the women underdressed, eager to show off their bodies as much as their weaponry. They gather behind your throne and begin oiling themselves up. Rookie mistake. Your Majesty, the barons of the March have invited you to Justin tournament. How delightfully rustic. Fuck, I cannot support the knight. Modest Pickle, welcome back. Oh, I don't need them for their soldierness, but for their aptness at dealing with Kurthian spies. Huh. No. We of course we don't decline. I mean, we have to support the knight. We have to support the knight. It wouldn't be my ideal day out, Your Majesty, but I'm sure you will have a marvelous time. Yeah, the justice system, yeah. Auction time, everybody. Everybody's favorite time of the year. You know what to do here. You know what to do. I mean, there's nothing super favorable to what we need to do, but whatever. Let's just get going. Exclamation mark fund, followed by the letter of the building you want to fund, followed by the amount of money you want to spend. Your options are lowering farming for the barons with the Deer Park by funding A, raising trade for the barons with the Grand Bazaar by funding B, raising farming for the Grandees with an aqueduct by funding C, lowering military for the Grandees with the stadium by funding D, lowering stability with the prison by funding E, and lowering authority with a theater by funding F. Lemon Square, you have 6,835 gold. That's a weird number. 20 seconds. 10 seconds left. I'm gonna let you know when there's 10 seconds left. Which is now. And then when there's 5 seconds left, which is now. 3, 2, 1. Boop. So what happened? A Grand Bazaar and a theater. Tialis spending all his money again with others to build a Grand Bazaar. And Ephra spending all his money too to build a theater and lower authority. Alright, let's go. Good job. Yeah, you made it. You made it with B. Let's find a spouse first. It's important to find a spouse sooner rather than later. Yes, we do. Get me men. Get me hot men. Get Grand Bull Bazaar. Of course we go men, Vaspir. Of course. And now with trade war. I think it's 6,800 Lemon Square. Yeah, 6,835. I don't know, Trash. Your Majesty, the Republic of Kurth has levied extreme trade sanctions against us for our perceived crimes against them, notably your inability to repay your loan from Salvinian Gold Bank. What can we do about it? That's for the Council to decide. Kurth must also be suffering from this, but we can't afford to wait them out. Our people will soon run out of basic necessities. Huh. Escalate the war. Sending the Navy is not an option. Huh. Oh, we're not gonna trade with Ashmid. We're not going to trade with Ashmi. I say we go for B. What the fuck, Howitzer? That's our whole shtick. Why? Because we want to go to war with them, Howitzer. What the fuck? Have you been following what I've said so far? I think we escalate for now. Yeah, it might be the best of peace, Kurth. I think that Gloria the Third would escalate, but he could understand giving concessions too. I think both are fine in my mind. $10 to 13. This is pretty close. I love how the Barons are for escalating. Most Barons, except Holdfast and Kitty Cathy, and almost all patricians are for lower in tariffs, except Sparse Corruption and wow, Nazette too. See how Seaman is it? Wow. Wow. Yeah, C would be the learning lesson for sure. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna count down from 5 here. I'm gonna count down from 5, 13 to 16, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. All right. Lower tariffs and offer exclusive trade routes to Kurth as concessions. Though your concessions are primarily seen as a sign of weakness, you stave off total collapse. Kurth eagerly agrees to your terms, knowing they'll have the upper hand in all future negotiations. Wow. They're happy to engage in aggressive business. Makes sense. It's a -3 authority. Wow. That's a lot. I mean, we'll have opportunities to. She's but a flesh wound, right? We'll have opportunities to gain our authority back and to show him. And to show them. The monarch may have caused a diplomatic incident with spark case, but Chancellor Oswin it seemed managed to get them to return to the diplomacy table in return for even more concessions. Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be controversial, I agree. The Barons have assembled upon a jousting field, watching from tall stands. The place is buzzing with excitement. Let's see who's organizing this event. Tialis! Oh my god! It's Tialis. Wait a second, is this Bologna Stadium? Is that the name? Oh! Welcome one and all. We have a most thrilling guest today. She interrupts and the noble stamps so hard that the stands tremble. My liege, the highest ranked knights of the tournament are applying for your favor. Yeah, this is Bologna Stadium, right? Oh my god, this is so cool. This is so fucking cool. First is Baroness King Israel the Cunning, who won every bout last year. Some claim that she cheated, but surely they're just jealous. Second is Baron Actual Literal Trash. No one thought he would succeed this year, but he obviously trained hard. People are calling him the underdog. Last is Grandy Lemon Square, the interloper. A surprise foreign contestant, but he qualified nonetheless. So, Your Highness, who will you favor? I don't think it's Lemon. Sorry, Lemon, but I don't think it's you. I don't think it's you. Apologies. So... Okay. Oh my god. Trash actually spent more than King Israel. Well, let's bet on the trash. You beckon him forward and affix the ribbon to his chest. The crowd cheers as he rides to the starting post. We're gonna clap politely. Actual literal trash bows once more and the bout begins. Yeah. Brandy Lemon Square is his first opponent. Their horses stamp as the two jousters glare at each other across the field. Have at you! And it's a success! The jousters gallop towards each other. Actual literal Trash's lance catches Lemon Square in the shoulder but does not unseat him. But he is weakened. On actual literal Trash's next charge, he hits Lemon Square right in the chest. The horse stumbles, then throws him into a heap in the dust. Actual literal Trash wins the day, claims a hefty cash prize, and is on track to win the entire Justin Championship. Trash, I believed in you, and it was not a mistake. Look at that. Aren't you impressed? So, my dear friends of the council here, this is a tough situation. I think we could get some more taxes here. Yeah. I think we could get a one-time war tax. Just screw, I don't have enough anyway. You know? Oh, look at that. We got a dog. Can you see the dog? Oh, the dog just lied down. You can barely see the dog. Probably you can see the dog's butt right here. I object to this. All right, I'll take it next season. That's all right. Oh, this is to prepare the armies. This is to prepare the armies. How are we gonna recruit people if we cannot pay them? A new petition and dangerous roads. Komar Kitsune, welcome and thank you for joining. How are you doing? Let's start with the new petition and go from there. My Justin victories have made me famous all across the March. In fact, the people of my hometown, Kellenberg, want to build a statue in my honor. You'll donate to the project, won't you? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I think we B2C and let the council decide. Yeah, whether they want to get the money, like use the money, or trying to train the marcher troops. Yeah, I think that's what we do. I think whatever the nobles say. Tired from working late and the weather is too hot, but at least I'm at home now. I feel you. Same stuff, same stuff. Glad you're at home. Hope it's a bit chiller and cooler than the outside world. Yeah, exactly. This is why we need taxes. All right, we gamble. 40%. It's pretty clear. Let's go. Let's see how this goes. Putting to work training the marcher troops instead. And it's a success! Oh my god. Some barons are disappointed, but Baron Actual Literal Trash thrives in brushing up the marcher's military. How useful Justin will be in pitched battle remains to be seen. But this is a good start. No? Trash, you're actually competent. You're not trash. Let's get dangerous roads. Trash? Because you're not trash, that's why. Hey, Swede! Your Highness, the merchants in the south are complaining about bandits. The southern roads are too dangerous to travel, even with guards. Gangs of highly organized, well-armed highwaymen will ambush merchant caravans and steal absolutely everything. Okay, let's spend some money. Yeah, see, why do we need a hard tax or whatever? That's why. That's why. We gotta go A. Should we go A? We don't have any battle-hardened regiment. I mean, we need to go A. I think. Pasnik Prime, hello. What up? We cannot afford to lose troops to bandits. Let's go for A, I say. Your Majesty, these bandits are no doubt from Ashmead, seeking to disrupt our trade, hiring companies from the coast to help patrol. Chat is too fast. To help patrol the roads will also help us bolster the border defense. I agree. I agree. Came back from buying bread and chankaka for some... What the fuck are those words? Chankaka for some sopaipillas pasadas. What are those three things? I don't understand. Mercenary company it is. Let's go. You pay for a fearsome mercenary company known as the Goldbidden to patrol the roads and keep the bandits at bay. After a dozen bandit attacks are repelled in roadside skirmishes, the bandits lay low and lick their wounds. The roads are quiet once more. Merchants grumble if the mercenaries demand constant bribes and that their manners are almost as bad as those of the bandits, but who cares? Merchants are never happy. Alright. Eligible options. Goldbidden is pretty cool, right? I have found 3 potential matches for you, 1 eligible young man from each of the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose wisely. You'll be securing a powerful alliance. Yes, I know. Let's see the eligible bachelors. They whisk away the cloth from the first portrait. From the coast we have Marcel, the wealthy heir to Lord Patrician Ephra Bulbizar's estate. I mean, just look at him, he's gorgeous, and apparently he has a silver tongue too. He's also obsessed with the arena. All his friends are gladiators and sometimes even enters a fight himself. But his father has kept him far away from the family business ever since an incident with some magic beans. What? Well, I like the sound of him a little bit. Arena, I'm intrigued. From the south, Ernesto, the eldest son of the Pasnik lineage. He's reputed to have an ego the size of the sun, but there's nothing wrong with confidence, right? Like many in the south, he claims to put his faith in the ninth god above all worldly concern. And he's got grand plans by all accounts. He wants to change the world. Yeah, not bad at all. And finally we have the Marches offering. Matthias, scion of the prestigious Bonviewer bloodline. A typical baron, really loud and brash and self-absorbed, but mostly well-meaning. Well, House Bon is pretty important. Chankaka, I think, is known as panela outside of there. Sosapillas. It's a fried dough made in Chile. Pasadas is because we take this fried dough, submerge it in liquid made with chunk. Post pictures of these things, please, on Discord. I cannot look for them right now, or I'm gonna be hungry. So please post pictures of these on Discord. Oh, that's a really good point, Swede, yeah. Most privilege is definitely House Bon. Most prestige, I mean. Like most of the barons, his great passion is hunting. No beast is safe from his crossbow. He's got a reputation for not giving a damn what anyone thinks of him. Hmm. Bonn currently does not have a seat. So it was house... What houses were they? Efferville, Bizarre, Obsessed. Yeah. I think I made my decision. Such a huge red flag then. I think we're gonna go for Matthias. Matthias Bonn. The reason being, this is an ancient and prestigious family who's not in luck right now, and through the marriage, the crown wants to help this family build up again, just like it wants to help the rest of the kingdom build up, especially the March. Oh, too late. Sorry, Arthur Noom. Yeah, I think it's Matthias. Yeah. Excellent, I'll make the arrangements. Thank you, dear Chancellor. In a dingy seaside tavern, two patricians of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme. Good news, my friend, the palace officials have been accepting my bribes. They're becoming more and more open to sparse corruption. What are you getting in return? Asks Amy. Really? Ionia? Yeah. Oh, not much. A better seat in the council chamber. Access to the king's room when he's out, that sort of thing. And coastal tax collectors will be much more easygoing in the future. But the important thing is that the king's staff are getting used to selling their principal to the highest bidder. So what next? Palace staff are one thing, but the true prize would be the loyalty of the chancellor and the rest of the king's inner circle. To do that, we need to demolish their respect for the king. If the kingdom is in chaos, they will see the king as an incompetent fool and be much more open to our bribes. To advance their scheme, the patricians must lower stability to 4 or less in 3 seasons. Well, I think this is a pretty easy choice. I think the king wants to gain back the authority that he left while dealing with Kurth. Yep. Ah, god damn it. Ah, god damn it. These are not good events. These are not good events. Alright. Let me do something here before we go on. Let me take a couple minute break and use the restroom and get some more water. And then we're gonna continue, alright? So I'm gonna use the opportunity to run a couple minutes of ads, and I'll see you in 2-3 minutes. You go grab a snack or a drink, use the restroom yourself. See you in 2-3 minutes. Oh. Alright, welcome back everybody. Thank you so much for sticking around. It is time to continue. Thank you, welcome back. So, let's do these horrible, horrible events here. Let's start with the royal wedding. Your wedding to Matthias is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. It feels like you're the only one not taking part. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's Cathedral with Matthias at your side. So you take this man as your lawfully wedded husband? Yes, I do. There I pronounce you king and husband. After the wedding, of course, there's a feast, and after the feast, a dance. Your new husband Matthias dances so vigorously that he spills wine all over himself. By the time you find yourself alone with Matthias, it's past midnight, and you've never felt more tired. Horrible, horrible events. Let's start with the royal wedding. Oh god, you're right. That's such bad phrasing. Also, Shadow, the king is a he-him, please. That's really funny. Good god, I'm so drunk, and yet somehow not drunk enough. Time for more wine. Servants, bring us wine. Ah, it's the spirit. What did you think of the wedding? It was damn beautiful from start to finish, wasn't it? I had a whale of a time. That's my boy. So what do you like to do in your spare time? Nothing beats the romance of the hunt. Roaming the great outdoors, searching for my prey. Let's play a game. Let me be your doe. Are we go to bed together? No time like the present, huh? He swings back the last dregs of his wine and leads you to bed. Well, we're off to a good start. Yeah, I know you knew. It was pretty clear from my eyes, I think. Blackout drunk at your wedding? I mean, isn't that every wedding? Your Majesty, the acclaimed playwright Reginald Sullivan has written a smash hit. All the theaters in the capital are showing it nightly. What's the problem? The problem is that the new play features a character obviously based on you. I don't like where this is going. The character is played by a professional clown named Biffo. At one point, a bucket of custard is appended over his head as he sits on the throne. Your Highness, peasants and nobles alike are watching this play. The theaters are packed. You must put a stop to it. You simply cannot be known as King Biffo. Put out a warrant for Reginald Sullivan's arrest. 2 days later, Reginald Sullivan is brought before you in chains. He's shivering in his little pointy boots. You caught up to him as he was boarding the ship to the Republic of Kurth, Your Highness. Of all places. Of all fucking places. Yeah, Molotov is guarding the door, exactly. The ambassador of Kiarth. Please have mercy. Exactly, that's what I'm thinking, Dragon Pit. They are running to a place that would respect their work, making fun of the monarchy. So I don't think they're a spy, but yeah, I don't think that he would be killing a bard. No, we can make use of this man. Order him to change the role into a heroic one. Yes, of course, I'll rewrite the role immediately. As satires go, it was a little broad anyway. When the play is re-released, everyone agrees that it's lost what made it special. Many of the nobles are furious that you arrested and threatened the great Reginald Sullivan. But at least you dealt with the threat to your authority. That's what matters. This new play is pretty made. It is, I know. I love how the nobles are mad that we threatened a bard. Imagine what would have happened if we had killed him. Huh. People would have been so pissed. You don't kill a bard in Bladesong. What are you talking about, everybody? Have you even read the background info? Yeah, in the Bladesong Dynasty especially, exactly. All these people shouted at me to kill that guy. Did you even read the introduction? The introduction? What the fuck? Your Holiness, you know, Shadow. I hope, like, the ideal situation is that chat nobles would coincide with game nobles. Your Holiness, those mercenaries you hired are behaving terribly. In addition to their wages, they're extorting tolls from traveling merchants in exchange for safe passage. What happens to the mercenaries? I mean, we can imagine. Nothing ever goes according to plan. Between the bandits and the mercenaries, southern trade has been utterly destroyed. -1. Exactly, Maito. Yeah. Simple enough to the kingdom to give these murderers and thieves free reign over their words, right? Yeah. Dock the mercenaries' pay as punishment. Offer to pay the mercenaries more if they behave better. Tell the merchants that from now on, this is just the cost of doing business. I don't think we can afford to spend money. I think that docking the mercenaries' pay means that they will take it out on the merchants. I think that all we can do is damage control and tell the merchants that this is the cost of doing business and that they should adjust. This is probably going to mean that they will have to raise their prices, but that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, we cannot give them money. We cannot give them money. That's out of the question. Patricians, where are you? Patricians, are you sleeping? Where are my patricians? Only 4 patricians? Bah. I'm gonna count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0. Katori, because they're not strategizing, but they are role-playing. That's why. Alright. They're all at the arena. The merchants grumble that such costs are too high to bear. Many flee the south and set up their businesses in the coast instead. Happens. Happens. Amidst dark and foreboding forests, a small squat castle stands watch over the Marcher border. There at the end of the kingdom, a plot is hatching. Great news from the field! Not only have we sabotaged the other region's armies, we've salvaged a few defectors for our own forces. We're stronger than ever. Giddy Cathy, now this is worrisome that you've sabotaged the other region's armies. Huzzah! What a coup! I've drafted the reform proposals as planned. The council will be more than happy to follow our lead. Good, but we must ensure they don't get skittish. The kingdom must be stable for our proposal to work. Grand, a calm before the storm. For the next stage of the Baron's scheme, they must raise stability to 5 or more in 2 seasons. And the prophesied Ninth Herald has finally manifested on Celestath, taking the form of a humble noble known as Jacintha, who hails from a farming town in the southern hills. Or so the Grandees claim. Haha, the peasants all over the south are flocking to you, Jacinta. I knew you could do it. Marley! Even Griselda? What? What? The plentiful crops have been a significant boon to our economy. Now that's what I call a miracle. Praise be, but this is just the beginning. With him on our side, we will capture the minds of the common folk and lead a holy crusade against the false king. Why would you do this, Marley? The people still need a push, however. With just the right amount of chaos, the peasants will take up arms and die for you. For the next stage of their scheme, the Grandees must lower stability to 4 or less in 2 seasons. This is interesting. Everybody's on stability. Wow. Yeah, that's true, Amy. We managed to get a rare event, Modest Pickle. Not too much chaos, though. Not too much chaos. But we got a very rare event, which was super cool to see. I really want to see what House Tyne decides is the reason. Well, these don't look... These don't sound great. Let's piss off some people. We got the railgun. The hand railgun. More... What? Oh! Oh my god, Morgrim! Is this the murder at the... Is this the murder at the Masquerade Ball? Oh my god! Oh my god! There's actually been a murder! No fucking way! No fucking way! Oh my god! It looks like we do! More murder! My mother, Lady Patricia Morgan, has been murdered, and I know who did it. Now I want to know who did it. Yeah, exactly. Because if the accused is also at the Masquerade, then that's where it happened. It was Grandy's skeletal recognition, who's not at the Masquerade. Not that we've seen, at least. By the night, don't let him deny it. I won't deny that I killed Venerable Lady Patrician Morgrim Moon. But it was no murder. Morgrim Moon agreed to an honorable duel, which I won. Deaths below it was no duel. It was a cold-blooded killing. What reason would my mother possibly have to duel you in the first place? The reason for any duel is between the challenger and the challengee. A private matter not fit for this council. Yeah, this was just a normal duel. Oh, or you could just say that at some point of the night, Nezette disappears in a room and never comes back. Because there's a duel, you know? Yeah. So, you can decide how to handle it, Morgrim. So, hold a trial? A duel is a duel, y'all. A duel is a freaking duel. I mean... Yeah, or you can play a game of Clue, exactly. Yeah, precisely, Shadow. I mean, everybody, we know how Bladesong what Bladesong thinks of duels, and a duel is a duel. I think the accused should go free. We must make sure it was a duel. Huh. I could see a case for investigating, but I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Secret duels have been around since the Kalimacos, at least. If they decided not to have a witness, it's up to them. Yeah, did we have a witness? Apparently we didn't have a witness. Yeah. Apparently there was no witness. And that's why you should get a witness, everybody. Because otherwise this happens. 15 to 12 for an investigation. Counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. The Spymaster should investigate to find evidence of this claim. Skeletal recognition killed my mother and admitted it right in this council chamber. What more do you need? I'll make this as swift as possible, Your Majesty. The sooner we get to the bottom of this, the better. Okay. Lurks! No, that's not what we're doing. Lord Patrician Maiko rushes into the council chamber, breathless and in disarray. By the ninth, you look like you haven't slept for weeks. You gotta do, actually. That's because I've been placed under a curse. Look, my hair is falling out in chunks. Maiko, next stream, I want you bold. With a beard, but bold. Perhaps you're ill? Or old? It was one of my seasons. I saw it in her eyes. She's an evil witch. Alright. It does, Swede. It does. I mean, it's either C or A, right? I'm gonna be to B. It's A or C. Alright, yeah. Yeah. House Holdfast knows something about this kind of stuff. Looks like it's gonna be A. Let's test the witch. What do you mean? Like with what character, Morgrim? Is that what you mean? Let's test the witch. You arrange for a priestess of the ninth god to question the accused. The church does not look kindly upon witches, particularly if they're cursing an noble for no reason. After several days of questioning and burning of incense, the priestess makes her announcement. The accused is innocent. Things settle down and Maiko eventually admits that some new pomade may be to blame for his hair troubles. How the new character would vote? That's a great question, right? You have to figure out a whole character, yeah. Oh, Matthias, thank you. Gloria, dearest, I have something for you. It's something I brought back from my latest hunt, a trophy. Matthias takes you by the hand and leads you into the Great Hall, where a white sheet hangs from some statue that wasn't there before. When he pulls the statue free and it falls to the floor, the sheet free and it falls to the floor, the taxidermied figure of a great brown bear is revealed, snarling in anger as if ready to attack. Yeah, let's instill some fear. The bear makes a fine addition to the council chambers. Your noble give it nervous glances every time they enter the room. That's perfect. It's just a trophy. Auction time, y'all. Auction time. Yeah, also, one reason why I was like, yeah, you can decide what to do, Morgrim, is that technically the Masquerade Ball ends before this happens, so I will suspect that it would be in that moment. Oh, sorry. Wow, that was sudden. So, auction time! Exclamation mark fund followed by the letter of the building you want to fund, followed by the amount of money you want to spend. Let's... wait. Shadow Gamers, you have 1400 gold. 1400 gold. Let's go! Your options are raising faith for the barons with the cathedral by voting A, raising stability with the library by funding B, raising trade for the grandees with the Grand Bazaar by funding C, raising authority with the monument by funding D, lowering farming for the patricians with the deer park by funding E, and lowering stability with the prison by funding F. Marley, you have 835 gold. Yeah. Alright. 10 seconds left now. Well, like you know, there's 10 seconds left. So vote, 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 vote. 10 seconds left now. Alright, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. 0. I love seeing all the names, the chart of the names to the right changing as time passes. So Katori and others, Katori spent all his money to get a prison and lower stability, whereas Amy and others spent all their money to build a cathedral in the march and raise faith. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. Let's get our heir first of all. Your marriage to Matthias has grown strong and steady like an old castle wall. Though it began as a political arrangement, it's blossomed into something like love. It's high time you thought about an heir. Congrats are in order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair. Something's still missing. You need an heir. Yes. Well, I have a feeling it might be the cousin. And your husband shall have a child together? Your cousin just dropped. I think I have a war to lead. I don't think I can afford having to take care. No, I don't know. I think I'll get a cousin who's not a toddler. You know, somebody who like. I love the idea of Gloria the Third preparing to go to war and adopting a cousin so that they are old enough to be carried with them, to be taken with them to war. Of course, in the rear, you know, rear lines, but yeah. Yeah. Let's go with that. I'll make my youngest cousin my heir. Of course, an entirely sensible idea. I will make the arrangements at once. Okay. Let's do Spymaster's investigation first. Your Majesty, I've returned from my investigation of Lady Patricia Morganmoon's death in the coast. And what did you find? Not a lot, I'm afraid. Morganmoon's servants were too afraid to testify, and there was no physical evidence of any wrongdoing. It's clear that a duel did take place, and that the victim died by a rapier cut from Grandy's skeletal condition, but I can't prove anything beyond that. So you've confirmed what I've said since the beginning. Perhaps now we can move past this issue and on to more important things? I mean... yeah, so a duel is a duel after all, right? We tried investigating, nothing was found, so... yeah, I would say there's no evidence of murder. Actually, this is a law thing, so it would be iron choice. Yeah, I say there's no evidence of murder. I think so. Yeah, I see a bunch of people abstaining. But the Grandies are a very compact group tonight. The other two regions have occasionally had, like, yeah, 1 to 3 isolated votes here and there. The Grandies have been very compact. 5 to 16, I don't think this is going to be overturned, but I'm going to count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. There's no evidence of murder. Innocent? By the 9th, you will not get away with this, skeletal recondition. Don't worry about her. Tensions between the Grandies and the Patricians might be high for a while, but we will survive. Okay? More importantly, justice has been done. God bless you, Your Majesty. Okay. Okay. That was easy to solve, see? All you gotta do is stare into your heart. Modernization proposals. I wonder what this relates to. Your Highness, the Barons of the Marsh plan to have the Council push through a number of military reforms for the good of the kingdom, they say. The reforms are designed to consolidate martial control over our ranks. What can I do? The Barons are waiting for a period of stability that will allow them to pass the necessary amendments while everyone's guard is down. For the moment, the other regions are too preoccupied with the kingdom's various crises to think about voting on military reforms, but that could always change. You bring the revelations which the Barons wholeheartedly deny to the Council. Huh. Accuse the Barons of treason, solve the military reforms with a host of legal questions. Well, it's definitely not C here. You should sell it with a duel. Best unhindered, I don't know. We need to exert a little bit of control. It's going to be either by accusing or by stalling the reforms. Jesus Ruffy. So it's either accuse the Barons of treason, stall the military reforms with a host of legal quibbles. I think it's either A or C, to be quite honest. I'm actually gonna veto B. Yeah. It's A or C. There you go. There you go. There's no middle ground. Either you accuse the Barons of treason, or you're just like, yeah, okay, it's not a problem, not a problem. 5 seconds left. It's 9-9. It's currently tied. So yeah, 10-9, 11-9. Counting down from 5, 4. It's 11-10. 11-12. 3, 2, 1, and Z. Row. Oh my god, it's 11-14. Allow the reforms to pass unhindered. So the Barons really are pushing for this modernization to the point that they let this pass. The Council takes no action. The Barons smile to one another as they watch their plot march one step closer to the goal. Okay. In the grand hall of Baroness Kitty Cathy's castle, a number of figures are hunched around the hearth, plodding away. Has the council agreed to hear our military reform proposals yet? No, not yet. The kingdom is too distracted with foolish business. If you can help calm things down for a moment, we'll get our chance. The Barons aim to raise stability to at least 5. That's interesting. I thought they had passed. The south swelled with devotees from across the kingdom. They've come to see Jacinta, the Ninth Herald, in action. In the picturesque town of Alurzi, the grandest holy claimant delivers a speech to raucous applause. 2 figures stand in an alcove nearby. If our army were strong enough, we could take the palace by force. Per se, that sounds promising, though I suggest we leave it up to the Ninth God. Surely he will intervene on Jacinta's behalf. Grandies, how do you want to end this? Do you want to launch a holy war to claim the throne, trying to raise your own military? Or do you want to just pray for a miracle, trying to raise your own faith? What's your approach here? Are you going to be the master of your own faith, or are you going to just sit there and think and pray? Alright. Looks like it's gonna be Pray for a Miracle. It is. Pray for a miracle it is. Wait, how does it make sense, Morgan? That House Tyne holds a grudge against the Glorious. Wait, help me out here. Let us join in prayer, fellow Grandies. The end of King Gloria the Third's illegitimate, godless rule is upon us. Our claimant Jacinta is poised to take the throne and usher in a golden age, a new golden age. We need only wait for a miracle. For the final stage in their scheme, the Grandies must keep their faith at 10 for one full season. Oh shit. Oh shit. We're closed. Seating on a bench outside a sand-bleached villa, two patricians of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme. Greetings, Lord Patrician. I'd like to introduce you to some friends of mine. Good afternoon, noble patricians. A pleasure, as always. Hello, is this a place? Smells like fish. Even Velda! No fucking way. Even Velda, that I just hired. Why? Why? God damn it. Velda, you've been here for like a year. God damn it. Wow, I take it you found my colleague's arguments most persuasive then. Indeed, Lord Patrician's sparse corruption made some excellent points about the king's incompetence. This is so perfect. This is so perfect. Sparse corruption. This is your highest accomplishment ever. I'm quite persuasive. Yeah, I know, I realized. The most persuasive part was this giant bag of gold. You got the right props there. Unfortunately, the Spymaster and the Chancellor still remain beyond our grasp. Spymaster and Chancellor. But with these two in our pocket, we can do great things. We just need to decide our approach. Wow. So the dear patricians of the coast, it is time for you to decide how to end this. Do you want to bankrupt the kingdom and buy the throne outright, trying to lower the treasury? Or do you want to bring down the king in a bribery scandal, trying to raise others' defiance? What is your choice, dear patricians? What is your choice? Yeah, what is the choice? Bankrupt the kingdom and lower the treasury? Or bring down the king in a bribery scandal and raise others' defiance? A difficult choice, right? Yeah. Let's count down from 5, 4, 3, 2. It's currently a 50-50. 1 and 0. Patricians. It's a 50-50. That's funny, Warzy. Buy the throne? Like it's a lump of cheese at the market? Are you mad? Quite sane. If the king takes a large enough financial hit, he'll be forced to look at his trusted treasurer for guidance. Don't you worry, I'll take it from there. For the final stage of their scheme, the patricians must lower the treasury to 1,500 or less. So, if the king wins, both the marshal and the treasurer are gonna be kicked out. If the patricians end up winning somehow, the other two are gonna get kicked. Because they were incorruptible. Good stuff. Oh no. I am so sorry, patricians. Remember what I said earlier? About, oh yeah, you don't want to give me money now? I'm gonna take it later. Well, we need a money tax. We need a war tax. Yeah, I told you. By all means, please take it. Yeah, we got the trade deal with Kurth, but this is for the army. I love how you call me a traitor when I'm just, you know, respecting my own word. I promised I would take it. He's making him vanish. Oh no, they both get retired. Yeah, the kingdom needs money. Alright. House War is happy to pay war tax. Thank you. The Wandering Bard, Contested Wreck, and... the Songstress. The fucking Songstress. Enough with bards. Please, enough with bards. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick break. I need to use the restroom again. And get some more water. I've been drinking a lot. Because it's super hot. It's almost 33 degrees in this room. I'm gonna be back in 2 minutes. I'm not even gonna run ads this time around. I just want to quickly get some water. And do the thing. You do the same. Grab a snack or a drink. Use the restroom. I'm gonna be back in 2 minutes. And then we're gonna continue with episode number 7. Welcome back, everybody. Hello, thank you for sticking around. I would say, by the way, that we are doing pretty well compared to how we were doing at the very start with the loan on the horizon. I'm not complaining. Granny's goal is just to keep faith high, which might be an issue. What loan? Yeah, there was no loan, right? So basically, the patricians want to start corruption, want to spread corruption. Probably, they want to lower the, like, if we were to narratively get rid of Faith 10, don't give me orders. to narratively recontextualize where the schemes are going. The barons are trying to modernize the army in order to get back the land that was taken away from them. The patricians are trying to lower the treasury in order to gain control of the throne, because they don't like how money has been used, and probably, yeah, trying to wrestle control of the throne away from this lineage. Clara's back. And the Grandees are probably trying to re-establish a saintly lineage on the throne, given how the current lineage has distanced itself from the saintly Callimachos, right? It makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense about Ceres. But let me say a little to Clara. I'm gonna be back in 30 seconds.
Salutiamo.
Sei un po'. Okay.
Non sappiamo dove siamo.
There you go. They're saying hello. All right. I told them you were saying hello. Yeah, I told them you were saying hello, and that happened. There you go. All right. I think the Grandee claimant might be more of a secret plot by the church rather than just the Grandees. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, they must be a little involved, you know. Yeah. But yeah, I wanted to contextualize the three schemes, right? Like the fact that they pass so easily. Where did the regions come from when they picked these three things? All right, let's go. I would say let's start with the bard, then we go with the songstress and the contested wreck. Your Majesty, a traveling bard. She says she has come to compose a song for you. Not just any bard, Your Highness. The best in all the land. Sally Six Fingers, they call me. A song you say about me? Why, of course. In fact, I have the tune and verse all but ready. I've saved my best work for you, my king. Well, I require you as a subject. What should I tell the masses of you? What would you like to inspire? I think that loving. Yeah. I think that Gloria the Third wants to be loved. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is gonna be a 50-50. This might be a 50-50. Oh no, this is second. This is stage 2. This is stage 2, never mind. Oh my god. But yeah, it's love. For a moment I was like, oh my god. But yeah, it's love. I will do so, Your Highness, absolutely. Give me but a few weeks and everyone within the Crownlands will know of your benevolence. Pray ye need but a small payment of 500 gold for the time. A discounted rate for one as esteemed as yourself. I think Gloria's just gonna give her the money. Yeah, I think it would be only 500. Yeah. Yeah. The bard nods enthusiastically and heads out to do your bidding. The song is the desired effect, with everyone praising your good nature. Alright. Fantastic. Not cheap steak. We paid the full price. We paid what was requested. There you go. Songstress time. Yeah, wow, shadow game. Your Highness, a bard who calls herself the Songstress has been making waves in the south. Doom, hello. You're supposed to tip. Her performances are attracting huge crowds, so huge that there have been brawls and stampedes as people push closer to the stage. There have been no deaths yet, but it's only a matter of time. With every concert, the riots get worse. What can we do to nip this in the bud? No worry, Doom. I was saying hello to your in-game avatar here. So... well, ban her from performing? No. Yeah, no worries there from Doom. No need to. Fuck. This would be C. I think this might be a C. I'm thinking either a C or a D for exactly that reason, Swede. I don't think, like, A is out of the question. B would be diverting some military personnel that we direly need right now. So I think it's either C or D. Either C or D. I have a feeling. I have a feeling that Gloria would say C here. You know what? I'm gonna gamble on C. I think Gloria would do that. We don't know. We don't know about dangers. It's just the bard who's growing more popular. Yeah. Yeah. We know that previously a witch with a magic lyre caused havoc in the kingdom, but what are the odds of it happening twice, right? Exactly. Exactly. Lurks, damn, you're becoming a sniper. Yeah, what are the odds? You just banned Kylo Ren. Yeah. Yeah, Lurks is it's becoming really fast. Alright. I'm sure, I am absolutely sure that this is gonna be fine. Let's go. I'm glad I just got this 600 gold, you know? By the 9th, instead of stopping this madness, we reward it. Your Chancellor extends an invitation to the songstress for a performance in your palace. It is graciously accepted. You can't wait to see what all the fuss is about. Oh wait, we don't do it now. Oh, we might die before that happens. We might be saved by death. There might be one more person pissed that the king dies. Contessa's wreck. Let's take a look at this. An opportunity, Your Highness. The Kurth ship sunk last week, just off our coast. I request permission to salvage the wreckage. Kurth vessels are always full of valuable things. Shadow, you are too much in the strategizing mindset. Get to role-playing, please. Stop typing all these comments that are about winning and losing. We don't give a shit about that. We're trying to make a good story. Please, Shadow Gamers. If you care about winning, this is not the right stream for you. I don't know how to say it more clearly than this. The true miracle is that the treasury doesn't get leveled again. An opportunity, Your Highness. A Kurth ship sunk last week, just off our coast. I request permission to salvage the wreckage. Kurth vessels are always full of valuable things. Wait. Tell us, Maze. It might be off your coast, but it's in our waters by the 9th. In fact, it's closer to our city of Hythos than any of yours. But you ceded those waters years ago in exchange for a chest of silver. You were having money problems. Your Holiness, esteemed council, don't let this liar fool you. Well... Wait. Why is this locked? Why is this locked? Yeah, is it locked because we went to trade war with them? Oh my god! No fucking way! No fucking way! Is it because of bad diplomacy? Yeah, we did give concessions, but is it because we... You know, we had an argument with them. Like, I don't know how to say it in English, but... You know, we're still at each other's throat in some regard, so we don't like them yet. You know, we don't have a good diplomatic relationship, so we don't want to give it back. Is that why? Morgrim. I summon you, Morgrim. Why do you think that's the case? If you don't know, please do let us know in the next few days, not months. Yeah, it would be written if the lack of stats was the case, right? Like treasury too low or whatever. Yeah, Morgrim, you have been summoned. If you don't speak programmer, that means if you haven't pissed off Kurth this reign, then this option is available. Right? Yeah, they keep a grudge, pretty much. Wow. Oh, you're working on it already. Okay. Yeah, then let us know at the end of the game when we are after the book. If we start reading, if you find out after we start reading the ending, whatever it may be, tell us after the book. Our navy is so pathetic we were unable to even salvage the ship. 2 dinges in a raft. That might be the case. This is so cool, though. Wow. I would say... I mean, it should be Grandies, right? Because they have a right. Anger Kurth. There is a statement, an if statement that checks a variable called Anger Kurth and if it's empty. Yes, it's from the dispute. The option is only available if Anger Kurth is empty, meaning if you haven't accepted them. This is so fucking cool. Oh my god! How is it possible that we've been playing this game for a year and a half and it's still manages to surprise us. Once again, an applause to the devs of this fucking magnificent game. It is filled with so many little gems. I love this. I fucking love this. This is beautiful. This is beautiful narrative gameplay. Yeah, that's true too, Rihanna. Oh, okay. This is so cool. Modest Pickle reaches this Warzy. Warzy, spend that money. Alright, what do we do here? I think it's just the Grandies, right? I would say Grandies, because they have the rights. Because the patricians sold the rights. Maybe we can salvage a few cannons from the vessel? Oh, that's a good point. I did not think about that. Then maybe the patricians might be better. I don't know. I don't know. It's up to you, dear council. It's up to you. Oh, I'm also getting some more vibes for the fervor achievement here. The richest is Warzy, Modest Pickle. 13 to 5, this is pretty decided. Not everyone can be a top prestige nation, but I do try sometimes. Then you should spend that money. Alright, let's go. Yeah, exactly, Swede. That's so funny. What? But it's in our waters. Moreover, the council's word is final, isn't it? The operation goes ahead and yields a great bounty for the Grandies. Spices from Atesh, stylish pearls, and a strange music box that sends everyone to sleep. Alrighty. Funny lure slip that does come up in the specific event chain. Barons and patricians know how to handle gunpowder. Grandies very much do not. Although counts are by far the worst. After several rounds of deliberations, the council approves wide-ranging reforms to the kingdom's standing armies. The Barons of the March are said to be the major contributors to this new model army, having volunteered their expertise and manpower in these trying times. Meanwhile, in a foreboding march of fortress, the Barons are celebrating. Ha! I can hardly believe they went for it. This is all well and good, but we have not won yet. We must make our final preparations. Barons of the March, what do you want to do to overthrow King Gloria III? Do you want to march on the capital with the full strength of the new model army, trying to raise your own military? Or do you want to quietly force the king to abdicate, trying to lower authority? I'm being made to vote. The newer model army. The next one is gonna be the newest. This is the newer model army. Alright. Looks like it's gonna be A. 7 to 2. Boop. March on the capital with the full strength of the new model army. Then it's settled. We have a plan of attack, but one last thing remains. Defense. For a final march on the capital, we'll need a sensible home garrison to repel opportunistic attacks from other regions. For the final stage of their scheme, the Barons must raise their military to at least 8. I think we're good with the laws. And that is going to be it. A sign from the 9th God. Your great and holy highness. This standoff with the Grandies is becoming untenable. Tell me something I don't know. I do have a proposition, in fact. Of course you are the true king, as we all know. But Jacinta has many devoted followers, and not just in the south. I was hoping we could come to a diplomatic agreement, as it were. Otherwise, I fear a schism may develop in the church itself. There are already rumors that the High Inquisitor favors Jacinta. Let's hear some specifics. Arrange for a meeting between you and this herald. He would be held on holy ground within St. Bertrand's Cathedral itself. Perhaps the holy presence of the 9th God will reveal a path forward? As long as I'm the king afterwards. We hold off the GGs until after the book, everybody. Oh, of course, Your Highness. You were anointed by the ninth god in the first place. Like, that's what we do here. So, I'm starting to think that one reason why the South is pushing for fervor is that maybe they are behind an attack on Ashmead too, but for Gloria III, there is no religious dimension to this attack, right? It's all a very practical thing to reclaim lands. Maybe the Grandies are behind that plan, but to be behind that plan, they want somebody who also adds a religious dimension to it. You know? So maybe that's part of the reason why they are trying to replace Gloria III. On the day of the meeting, your Archbishop presents you with heavy golden chains to wear around your neck, especially for the occasion. It's tradition for the Queen to wear these at holy events. The so-called Herald doesn't have any of these now, does she? Before heading out, you quickly check in with Matthias. Those chains are a bit strange. Well, if anyone can pull them off, I suppose it's you. They weren't my idea. I can't believe it. Still, it could be worse. Yeah. Something like that, Morgan. Yeah, right. Maybe they want an actual crusade. Who knows? I think the chains are bullshit. Alongside your advisors, your husband, and honor guard, you make your way to St. Bertrand's Cathedral. Grandi Jacinta is waiting. We gather here today under the guiding light of the ninth god to mend this rift that has so damaged our kingdom. Not since the trials of... I'm as pious as any Grandi, but can we speak to the important part? Chara! You don't do that! Yes, have at it. We haven't got all day. The Archbishop clears his throat. I invite noble Jacinta to the pulpit to speak on the Grandi's behalf. Thank you, Your Holiness. Oh, we're gonna let her speak. As the Archbishop said, we're here to come to an understanding. That is to receive the ninth god's wisdom and understand his will, whatever that might be. Shiny Quark, say hello. Even the king himself can agree to that, surely. Wait just a minute, what's that noise? Sounds like the groaning hull of a ship in a storm. The groaning quickly becomes an explosive rush as the sound of a giant barrel bursting startles the assembled nobles. Oh, that is so true. Swede. It's St. Bertrand's Brewery, the massive facility right next door. A tidal wave cascades through the stained glass windows of the church, a tidal wave of beer. And if y'all want to have one of your nobles die in this accident, please go ahead and do that, and we're gonna edit it in the save file. So if you want to be a victim of this, just let us know. Before anyone can react, the room is awash with pungent alcohol. The sheer volume is enough to thrash people against the stone walls, or carry them out of the front door and down the street. Oh. God above, is this the end? The absurdity is overwhelmed by raw terror. You fight to keep yourself above the thrashing waves and avoid taking in too much liquid. The sign! The sign we were looking for! The ninth god has struck down the non-believers before our very eyes. A miracle! That's when you realize that the Grandies are all seated in the gallery above the central hall, completely safe from the flood. Their claimant, too, standing majestically on top of the raised pulpit, is unarmed. Help me! Help me! But your shouts come out as gurgles. More and more lager floods into your lungs. The weight of your massive golden chains pulls you beneath the waves. It's not long before your limbs tire and your lungs burn. You can only pray that Jacinta and the rest of the Grandies have an even worse time ruling than you. Your final thoughts are a doomed realization that drowning in beer isn't as pleasant as it sounds, followed by an acknowledgement that there are worse liquids. Mercifully, you lose consciousness before the river of alcohol carries you into the sewers. Oh my god. GG! Oh my god, what a terrible fucking ending. Good game, and congrats to the Grandies for getting rid of the Glorias. In what became known as the Thirsty Fellows Miracle, King Gloria III and all his supporters were drowned in a flood of beer from a nearby brewery. Yeah, if you want your character or one of your characters to be dead in this accident, let us know on Discord and we're gonna edit the save file. Yeah, right. The tragic king is the tragic thing is Gloria III was a damn good king. I'd have been proud to stand by him until the end. His monarch rating will not reflect his potential as king. Agree. My son also died here. Yeah. Just let us know. Just let us know who died. Yeah, this is horrific. This is horrific. This feels like, I don't know, go ahead, Amy. The Baron's revolutionary plans for the new model army were quietly shelved but not forgotten. Those blueprints will surely come in useful someday. Yeah, the funeral parlor will have a lot of work. The patricians succeeded in turning the palace into a hotbed of bribery and corruption, but what's new about that? They failed to gain the throne and lost money in the process, a bad investment. The Grandies swept happily into the sudden power vacuum. After all, Hedon IX sent a miracle to ensure that the most holy Jacinta took the throne, even the other nobles found it hard to argue. All barons and patricians died except maybe some? Nah. Who wants to die decides they want to die. Charts are done already? Wow, okay. And so ends the Gloria bloodline, yeah. It's not that Gloria III failed and was overthrown, but that the church has grown powerful and has made a move to take power, and it just happens to be during Gloria III's rule. Archbishop Silverius, it seems, has great plans. I fucking agree here. Yeah, you might have died. Yeah, you and Char might have died. That's so cool. Thank you, Morgrim. Thank you. Rescue kill the main villain and gets his revenge. Like, it's revenge technically, but it's incredibly empty revenge. Oh! Let's continue and see the moniker. Oh my god. King Gloria III, the Sodden? Really? Oh my god. That's so insulting. Yeah, Silverius is pretty powerful, I would say. Appreciate that, Shadow. Thank you. Wow. This is pure propaganda. Warzy is the richest, Tialis is the poorest. Good job, Tialis. Assign wet cat at that. King Gloria III at the Sodden. Wow. Archie is a secret Kalimakan. I think that Archie has gone beyond the Kalimakos, to be quite honest, and is thriving on the church popularity that the Kalimakos brought. Let's take a look at the next monarch. Oh wait, this is a queen. Yeah, Queen Jacinta. Oh my god, I expected something a little bit more, how do you say, sophisticated as a dress. I like it. If it didn't look a little bit Curthian, I would like it even more. Oh, wait. I bugged it. Okay. Yeah, no. We're not killing the entire council, no. Yeah, right? Me too, Vaspir. It looks really, really good. Oh, somebody might say, oh yeah, Saint Kalimako probably had something to do with this, because the foundations of the brewery collapsed. Yeah, she's very pretty. She's very, very pretty. Yeah, somebody's gonna say that this is a bit of a Curthian look. But I don't think we have to worry about that. I like the look of this. I like the look of this one. If our mods would be so kind as to post in our channel some details on this claimant, that would be immensely helpful for me. Thank you. But yeah, cool stuff. Cool stuff. So this is going to be Queen Jacintha of wait, what was the... was it the Katori blueberry, right? Of the blueberry. Am I remembering correctly? Yeah, we definitely need to work on military, yeah. Yeah, Katori, okay. Of the blueberry lineage, which is... It's actually pretty prestigious. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. Interesting stuff. They're actually more prestigious than the Chara bloodline. Yeah, much more. Alright. What did you discover, Darth Doom? Katori political mastermind droned on. Okay. Good, good, good. Yeah, if you can post it over on Discord, it would be much easier for me to reference it later. How's Blueberry of Blue Garden? Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Amy. Thank you so much, Morgrim. Thank you. If you fail the stat check during the ritual to purge your werebeast side, that's it. You're regressed into animalhood forever. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, that happened once. Alright. This is not the ending I expected, I'm gonna be honest. I expected either a win, either a Monarch win, or a violent ending with the Monarch being overthrown by people who didn't want the war anymore. So I think it's very interesting that in the end it was the Grandees with their religious plot who overthrew the king even before the war was declared again. So my question is, why, right? Like, that's the thing that I'm gonna try to figure out over the next week. Did they do it because they wanted to avoid the war? Did they do it because they wanted a crusade and not a reconquista? Did they do it for other reasons that I cannot think of right now, right? So what was the motive for the Grandees to put a religious chosen claimant on the throne? Yeah, maybe they believe it was truly the Ninth God's will. Who knows, right? Maybe they wanted to put a more religious claimant on the throne to get back to the Kalimakos religiousness in the kingdom. Who knows? Who knows? I'm gonna think about it. We'll see. We'll see. In any case, this is gonna be it for yeah, or to extend the Archbishop's power. Exactly. Who knows? Who knows? We're gonna find out next time. This is gonna be it for episode number 7 of the Bladesong Dynasty. Thank you so much for playing this. It was a blast as always. Hope you had a good time. And I'll see you next week for episode number 8. Thank you for playing. See ya.